Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am Alex Lajas, and we are doing it. We're doing the damn thing. We have returned with another episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Tonight's episode is all about Junkyard Dog. So let me know in the comments, of course, if you know anything about Junkyard Dog. Do you have any good memories about Junkyard Dog? I remember, being a fan of his, being a fan like very loosely, more so like through my brothers and my dad, so to speak. So I'm a little bit familiar with Junkyard Dog, but we're about to get into it and we are about to learn more. We are 1 minute away, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have to thank you guys so much because now we are at 8,000 subscribers. That is so huge. For me, at least, it is so massively huge, and that means that I continue to have your support. And doing these watch-alongs have definitely helped. You guys giving these watch-alongs a thumbs up, including maybe this one, that has helped me a lot. Commenting and checking the streams out. So thank you so much for doing that. Highly, truly can't thank you guys enough. So yes, 8K hype. You're damn right, Scotty. So let's go over some things before we get started with tonight's episode. We are so close. So here's the deal, guys. If you feel inclined to do a super chat, to send along some super chats, I will be reading the super chats during the commercial breaks, so we can, talk about how we're feeling, any impressions that we're getting about the Dark Side of the Ring episode that we are about to embark on for tonight. So I will be reading the super chats during the commercial break, but right now, let's prepare ourselves. It is time for Dark Side of the Ring. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Here we go. The show has started, folks. Oh. Hi, Ace. Yes, I did. That Watchalong is up on my channel, actually. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I have more episodes. But yes, we did. Already loving the introduction of this episode so far. Hey, Ray. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Rico. What's going on? Scotty, of course. Dude, fingers crossed for no eyeballs, especially from last week's Doink the Clown episode. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he definitely could have. Because everyone does remember Junkyard Dog. Uh, people that were huge wrestling fans in the 80s. They will always oh, who's that guy? He came out with the chains. It's like, oh, Junkyard Dog. They're like, yo, I love Junkyard Dog. So he definitely had the potential of being a massive star if he got the push. Yes, Ace. If you click on my YouTube channel, you'll see all of it. I did cover it all. That shot of Jake the Snake with his shirt open and the chain is a wild shot. Oh, wow. What? Damn, he was over like that? Good for him. Yeah, right, Jay? They've got a lot of legends for this episode. Good. Means that he was well respected, right? It means that he was beloved in the business. So that's good that he's got a lot of legends talking about him. That baby JR. That's true. Can't coach it. Coco Beware with the ringtone going off. Hmm. Oh, damn. Love that crown on Ernie. Yo, his phone going off was so cute. I know, right here they only got they got all the legends. Oh, that drawing of Junkyard Dog. That's really nice. Mm. Oh, wow. Yeah, it can. That's very smart of them to adapt his skill that he already had into this new wrestling world for him. What a mullet on Ted. I couldn't wait for this episode this meant. Oh my gosh, that's so cool to hear. Dude, they got heavy hitter legends for this episode. Again, shows how well respected he was in the business. Oh wow. Here's our weekly eye roll. Yo, he looks so cool. What? Right, wrestling is real back then. Oh my god! A gun? Who brings a gun to a wrestling show? Yo, you know you're the real deal when someone pulls out a gun for you. Not even for themselves, but for you. Oh my god! See, that's the things to me back in the day when people talk about when kayfabe was real. Kayfabe being real is more fascinating from a fan's perspective rather than a wrestler's perspective. For me personally, to hear stories of fans waiting in the parking lot for heels to beat them up, knowing that like little old ladies at wrestling shows were getting into the wrestlers' faces and slapping them, knowing that people were bringing guns to wrestling shows. That shit is fascinating to me. Like, what the hell? That is wild. Okay, so thoughts. I really like how they set up this episode from like the jump, expressing how he was a massive wrestler in Mid-South. He had so much charisma, but also talking about how, you know, a lot of promoters were racist and how there were promoters that would not hire, like, fit the quota, right? And I like that they're already setting up the representation that he had at that time in the 80s and how beloved he was just universal, like across the board. So I really love the way that they're setting up this. They've instantly set up this episode. I love also, I mean, we're all saying it like, damn, they got this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Like, yeah, it shows once again that he was so beloved in this business. Gee, but a gun? Bringing a gun to a wrestling show? So wild. JB says straight out of Civil War with that pistol. Yo, for real. Why did Steve says bro brought the Looney Tunes pistol? Why did it look like the Looney Tunes pistol? And if he shot, it would say bang. What was that? Who used that in wrestling, actually? Oh, that was Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? When he used that. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Jeez. Roach, welcome in. Yes, rest in peace, of course. Of course, of course. Hey, Alex, by any chance, have you finished this episode? Because I have questions for you. We have not. So this episode just started. We're 17 minutes in. It is a commercial break right now. I believe we're about to get back into it because they're already showing commercials about Vice. Other Vice shows, which means that we're gonna get back into the episode. So I have not watched it. I mean, you know, we're in the middle of watching it, but of course, lay on the questions when we do finish it at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so Jake Roberts has been on multiple episodes, but I think when they travel to people's houses, they just have a list of episodes and they're just like, hey, we're going to you since you have knowledge of X, Y, and Z. The same with like Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette has been in almost every episode. So they're like, hey, this is the list of subjects that we have for this season. We're going to shoot all day, you know? Oh, I haven't watched the FNAF trailer. But I do know that Matthew Lillard is in it, and I'm happy. Not the one-on-one with the Undertaker introduction. Yeah, I'll definitely check out the Discord after stream, guys. I definitely will. Yo, but can we talk about the drip that he had? The gold jewelry, the jackets, the bell bottoms. Yo, the drip is out of this world. Oh, Uncle Dog. That's cute. Wow. Mm. Oh wow, look at that wall. Oh, he looks so cute. Oh. You better stop. I'm gonna cry. Oh. Look at that little kid. That shot's gonna make me cry. Oh wow. Look at Cindy Lauper. The hard times that we hear for wrestlers' perspective of being away from family. A jar like that? Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna knock the hustle. The people are paying you to sleep with them. Yeah, why not? I ain't gonna knock that hustle, man. Make your dough how you want. Here we go with the feet fetish. Okay. Whew. Damn, he was getting paid. Damn. Uh-oh. Mm. Not Jake the Snake. Damn. Okay, so safe to say Bill Watts was pissed. Instantly pissed. My goodness. Yep, and along came Vince. Yo, okay. So thoughts, how are we feeling about that first half? We are yeah, we're 26 minutes into this episode. So we're already down with the first half. How are we feeling? This is our halftime show, I guess right now. Um I cannot believe. See, okay, so I knew that wrestlers had groupies, right? Like we all knew this, especially watching some previous episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. I did not know that their groupies were like, "We love you. We want to sleep with you. Here's like $1,000 so we can sleep with you." Like, you can't get mad if someone's like, "Well, all right, fuck it," and does the fucking Daniel Garcia whatever. I can't do it. I can't do it like him, but you get the picture, folks. I cannot believe that. But also, I'm not gonna knock the hustle. Like, I'm just not. I don't know if it was $1,000, but still, I'm not gonna knock the hustle. Like, that's all right. Yeah, providing the top-notch VIP fan experience. Oh my gosh, but really good episode so far. Again, I love the way that they built him up. They were like, you have no idea how huge he was in Mid-South. And I did not know. I did not know. So I see some people saying that he sold out. I mean, listen, if someone was offering you that amount of money, would you also take it? There's some loyalty that's a little questionable. Bill Watts did, help him out tremendously. And however that conversation went, we don't know. Maybe they're going to get into it a little bit more when we come back from commercial break. But there is the loyalty that is a little, messed up of like, why would you turn your back on someone that has helped you and, propelled you up to the stance that you are now and your legacy right now too in Mid-South. But again, I do understand him taking that money. It's a big paycheck. I completely understand that. Did Fightful's Roundtable make you do that dance? Yeah, actually, they did. Also, thank you guys for watching the Fightful Roundtable. It's still up on YouTube, and it'll be on podcast form as well. So, thank you for that. Yes, I did. Oh, my God. And also, Mike, I saw your comment. I'm going to pull it up again. I wonder if they'll get into the crazy merch money. He must have been making mid-80s. He had everything down to thumb wrestlers. And you're completely right. And you know what? I did have a Junkyard Dog action figure. Or at least my older brothers did. My older brothers had a lot of wrestling action figures. And I do remember we had a Junkyard Dog action figure growing up. All right, we're back in it. We're back in it. All right, so he heads over to WWF. Let's see what happens from here. Yeah, sometimes you do have to make sure you're financially set up. You're absolutely right on that. Oh, he went off? Complete fiction, he says. Bill Watts said it was complete fiction. I mean, yeah, so remember what I said about loyalty? Scratch that. Scratch that. Because if that's the case, fuck, yeah, man, dude. Oh my god. Thunder cookers. I mean, you can't replace him. When he has the charisma like that and people are behind him like that, you can't replace that. Good for him. Oh my god, the cartoon. Grab them cakes. Grab them cakes. You know the cakes they're talking about. They're talking about booty. And he held his own in that roster too. It's an opinion, but it is for unfortunately true. With the people that were in charge. Oh. I mean, you'll never know what is on the other side of the fence until you get there. But he did reach a, some success. I don't think it is matched compared to his success that he received in Mid South. But I mean, he was in TV shows. He had action figures. I mean, that's definitely something to uphold as an accomplishment. But for him, possibly at that time, for him to go toe to toe with Hulk Hogan for a title, like that would have been skyrocket for him. But it would probably be easier for him to do something like that in Mid South because he was the top, no pun intended, but the top dog in Mid South, right? I mean, he was the top talent in Mid South, and so once he got into WWF, it was I don't want to say it was a downgrade, but it was a a step in a different direction as opposed to a larger step that he could have taken if he was in Mid South. But again, at that time when Vince was swooping up all the territories, it's hard to predict where it was going to go and also what his intentions were going to be. Um, but yeah, it's it's sad to think. It's really just sad to think about. Yes, a smaller fish in a larger ocean. You are 1000% correct. That is a perfect way to put it as well because he's a big fish, but he's a big fish in a larger ocean. So you're 1000% correct. Yeah, and nobody was going to go over Hogan. Absolutely not. But it's to say, like, even if he wasn't going to go over Hogan, like, his stance in Mid South, his stance there did match up to, like, Hogan was here, off the fucking charts, right? But he was essentially Mid South. I mean, he was on the top and he was here. He was on the top of Mid South, but unfortunately, he was in the mid in WWF. That's really what it was. So, yes, Steve Junkyard Dog was a big fish in a little pond in Mid South, but ultimately WWE was too big for him to adapt to. Sadly, to adapt to, but also nobody was on his side the way that Bill Watts was. All things considered, Bill Watts did help him. Bill Watts did, you know, persuade him into channeling more of his football side and his like fighting side into wrestling and helped him along the way. All right, we're back from commercial break. That damn bird. It like never tried to fly away from Coco Beware's shoulder. Yeah. Mm. Macho Man, yeah. It was both. It was both a business decision and a racist decision. Damn. He had that pinky nail. Tuesday Night Titans? Oh no. The fact that he was able to fly with a pipe like that in the airlines is wild. Yeah. No, he's not wrong with that statement. Oh no. He's spending all your money on drugs too. Oh, poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Oh boy. All right. Commercial break. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Crack is whack. Just gonna say that crack is whack. Again, with the drug addictions, with the drugs back then. I mean, it's a heavy topic. It's a heavy topic. You could do a Dark Side of the Ring season alone with the drug use that was happening back then. But it does make sense where Vince is like, I don't give a fuck if you're you're messing with drugs. You know, steroid trial was right around the corner. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that he was like, I don't care if you do drugs, just show up. And unfortunately, he didn't show up to some of the shows. So, ooh, tough, very very tough. Yeah, I honestly can't believe that he was able to like fly with a pipe. But then again, that's me thinking in the year of 2023, where I can barely fly with, I don't know, a makeup bag or something. I don't know. I don't know. But it makes sense. It does make sense. Um, I am watching this and I'm still thinking like, yeah, man, he could have been a bigger star, but he was already taking the drugs. That's the thing about his story was he was already on drugs when he was in mid south. And I'm sure, once again, the pain that you go through in wrestling, right? The pain that you go through in wrestling, not only physically, but also mentally as well, to take some time to, be on the road so you can't be with your family all year round, right? And that does, like, it takes a toll on somebody's mental health as well, because you want to be there, especially when you are a family person, when you're a family guy and you want to be there for family, but at the same time, you have to support your family. And what is the way that you're going to support your family is that you're on the road. So it's a tightrope to walk on. So understand that I understand why he was taking drugs before he went into WWF. But unfortunately, like we were saying before, he was a big fish in a very, very large ocean where, you know, he was on the road and he wasn't close to home either. He wasn't in New Orleans or North Carolina, I believe is what they said, but he was nowhere close to home. He was up over here in Connecticut, New York, especially back then. And so like he was so far away from his family, and it just, again, it takes a toll. It takes a toll on you, and I can't stress enough about the mental illness. Not so much the mental illness, sorry. I take that back. But more so of the mental health that someone has to go through, that is put in that position to be on the road all year round. You're away from your family. You are taking hit after hit after hit every single night. You are going through the physical pain of professional wrestling, and how much that not only takes a toll on your mental health, but also like it was a huge competition in the wrestling world, especially in the WWF when it was so huge, and you're trying to get yourself over. You're trying to figure out what character works for you, and how you know, to be a massive star, but also what they were mentioning back then with, you know, with race and how much that played a role in that as well. So we're back into we're back to the episode now. Oh, he was in WCW? Uh-oh. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Did he get there? Oh. Oh, that makes me so sad. That makes me so so sad. I have to say I was uh I was laughing because when Ted DiBiase was like, "How many of you guys remember a wrestler named Ted DiBiase?" And the one guy in the back's like, "Yeah!" That's why I was laughing. I had to get that out of the way. Oh God, I'm so sad he missed the graduation. It's hard. It's so hard because especially back then, again, the knowledge that we know about addiction now, about drug addiction and how to actually like step into somebody's life who's struggling, there was no knowledge of that back then. And once again, this series highlights how there is no backup plan for professional wrestlers. There's no care into professional wrestlers when it comes to one addiction, especially back then, but also like taking care of these wrestlers, you know? Like it sucks that he was in that state that where he was, but it did seem like, you know, he just didn't want to get help, but it's also like how do you help someone that doesn't want to get helped? It's hard, it's frustrating, and it's hard to say, but it is exhausting where it's like how can you break through to this person that they are, you know, that they are worthy enough to succeed and that they should value themselves, and how it just sucks. It sucks that he didn't have, you know, the chance to pick back up again. Oh, in 2 weeks. All right, all right. So, assuming we're off next next Tuesday, but in 2 weeks we are back with a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Adrian Adonis. Oh man. All right, we're back with the episode. Oh man. He fell asleep. Oh, babe. Oh. Yeah. Of addiction. She was my age. Mm. He really was a trailblazer. Mm. Mm. Oh, her. Oh. Oh man, that last bit is making me cry. Oh my goodness. How are we doing over there, folks? How are we doing out there? Ooh. Boy, that last bit really made me cry. Oh man. Well, that was. again, they don't call this light side of the ring. That was pretty, it was very heavy. But again, more awareness on the substance abuse that wrestlers have gone through in the 80s and in the 90s, and also the mental health. Everything that we've been saying throughout this entire watch along, and also last week's watch along, the week before that, the other seasons of Dark Side of the Ring that we've covered here on this channel. So it's a very tragic end, but I'm glad that they're, again, absolutely great that there are so many legends that came out to, like Ted DiBiase said, to tell his story, and they told it very well. And I think the creators of this show, once again, and everyone that they spoke to did a very, very good job to highlight the charm that he had, the charisma that he had in the ring, but also to tell the story of how important he was in the professional wrestling world. He was the biggest black wrestling star in that era and even beyond. And so I'm glad that they did tell that story. And also I'm glad that they started the episode in that way and highlighted his representation and how much it meant to especially the scene at that point, right? So in the 80s. So yeah, really, really good episode. Really good episode. So thank you guys again so much for joining me for tonight's episode. Really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe as well. All of my links for all my socials is down in the bio. If you are curious, come hang out and connect with me there. But yeah, another really great episode. It was very, very heartwarming to hear all of these legends that we know, that we've loved growing up, to talk about him in this light. I'm glad that he was able to have this episode and just was showered with love when every talking head came on screen to mention how inspiring and motivating and incredible he was, not only in the ring, but backstage as well. So another really great episode, guys. But you've heard it through the commercials. No Dark Side of the Ring next week. We're going to be back in 2 weeks for the next episode of Dark Side of the Ring. So again, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. We're at 8,000 subscribers, guys. Once again, I can't thank you enough for that, and I have to thank you so much for joining me for tonight's watch along. I hope that you guys are very well. I am Alex Lajas, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.